I think I'm a singer, y'all. What y'all think? Hey y'all, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining 30 Something and Verging again. Hopefully you all have had a great week and you're ready to have an even better weekend. I'm your host Akila and I'm just excited to see you all. So this is your second episode your first episode actually of seeing something new. You get to see my studio is like completely together. Like you see, I have my desk laid out now, and my desk is gorgeous, by the way, baby. This cherry wood and this black glass, honey. It's good. It's good. Please note that your girl found this on clearance. I plays no games with them coins, honey. I found this on clearance and I was excited to get it. I had to put it together. My homeboy came over last night and he put it together for me, so that was awesome. And then my production manager created this beautiful masterpiece that you see behind me. So yeah, in-house studio is coming together. It is also a mobile studio as well, so be on the lookout for something mobile happening really soon. Even in the midst of COVID-19, I'm not gonna let the pandemic slow me down. We're gonna keep pushing and keep handling business. So I hope that you all again have had a good week. And tonight I'm gonna be joined by a guest that has been on 2 times already. She really liked being on the show. I actually really liked having her on the show. She was really sweet. I loved working with her when we used to work together at Burlington Coat Factory, my little part-time gig. And she's like, Akila, I want to be on. Can we talk about this? And she like sent me this list of topics. The topics that she sent for me, one was, are men intimidated? Why are men intimidated by successful women? And then what it takes to be professional when starting a business. And those were the 2 that stuck out to me. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Let's do it. So she went on my website. She filled out the link to be on the show. She sent me the information and she's going to be on again. So this is her 3rd time. We know 3 is my favorite number. This is her 3rd time being on the show. So I'm going to get ready to call my girl from Sweet Treats in Memphis, Tennessee, Ariel Phillips. Now, y'all, if you have not had an opportunity to go back and view some of my footage on YouTube, I need you to do that expeditiously, as T.I. would say, expeditiously. I need you to also go ahead and go to Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. One of those places, hit subscribe once you find 30 Something and Verging and go ahead and listen. Y'all, it is imperative that I get listeners because listeners help me get monetized. Come on, help your girl get monetized. That's what we're going for. So help your girl get monetized. So is it important to be professional like all the time? Should we be professional on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram? What do you think? What up, Ariel?
Hey.
Hey, I just told the Virgins, I was like, look, Ariel's coming back for the 3rd time. The 3rd time is a charm. So she's coming back again tonight. How you doing?
I'm good.
You
I've
good?
been sleep for doing it today since I didn't get sleep last night.
Oh wow. Okay, were you
So I didn't
baking
sleep.
last night?
Yeah. So I was trying to catch up on my sleep.
I don't blame you. I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight, after we finish this podcast. So I was telling them that we had talked and you had texted me and emailed in about like talking about some different things, and that tonight we were gonna talk about, do you need to be professional when you have a business, and how do you need to handle your professional self when you're
Mm-hmm.
uh, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Instagram. What is it that it looks
Mm-hmm.
like? So, can you remind them of your business and where you're from?
Well, I'm from Mississippi. I'm currently living in South Haven, Mississippi. I've been in Mississippi since I was 14, and my business is called Ariel Sweet Treat. It's a home-based bakery. I basically do mason jars, banana pudding, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo cheesecake, caramel cheesecake. I do strawberry French cupcake, peach cobblers. I do like a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. And you've been in business going on 4 years this year, right? In
Yep, it'll
June,
be 4 years, July the 20th.
July the 20th. Okay, cool, cool. So, y'all know that she has like some real deal information on what it takes to be a business owner, because she's been in it going strong for 4 years. So as we talk tonight, like, just trust us, flow with us, and in the comments on the YouTube channel, let us know like what you think. When is it good to be yourself, and when is it good to be professional? And if you are your brand like Ariel and I are, is there an opportunity somewhere for you to just let your hair down? All right.
Mhm.
So Ariel, how did you get to this wanting to talk about this topic, like about professionalism? What brought that topic to mind for you?
Because I see a lot of people cannot run a business because they don't have like, good personality. You can't be rude and run a business. You always have to remain professional no matter what. No matter how hard it gets, you have to always just, return a good positive attitude and being very professional. And the reason I brought that up is because you see a lot on social media. Like, some people have businesses and how they act on social media is totally different from, how they act, with their business. Like, that'll make people, not want to purchase from you. Like, you can't, be rude to somebody. And then somebody asks you, okay, what's your price? You tell them, okay, text me. And if they don't feel need to text you, then I mean they don't really want to be do business with you. But it doesn't mean you go on social media and be like, if you're not, serious about, buying from me or doing business with me, don't text my phone. That's what I mean by being professional. Just keep it on the hood. Don't say anything. If they want to, do business with you, then they'll do. I just see a lot of people not being professional on social media.
Okay. So, versions, y'all know, like when I first started this, I would come on and we would have a specific word. There was a piece of the title, and I would give you the Webster definition. So, I'm going to give you the definition for professionalism. It says the conduct, aims, or qualities that characterize, or mark a profession or professional person. And it defines a profession as a calling requiring specialized knowledge and often long and intensive academic preparation. So, when I'm thinking about professionalism, and I'm sort of like really on par with Ariel, but I also think about like the decorum that you have as a entrepreneur, like how you carry yourself, what you feel about yourself. And I think that bleeds through into your business, right? Like if you think, I had some people tell me like, Akila, like our podcast, I have a couple of friends that do podcasts, right? And some of them are like, well, like we joke on there. And I was like, well, we joke on my podcast too. Like we really joke and shoot the shit too. But I think because maybe I'm pronouncing my words correctly, or maybe because I'm really meticulous, and sometimes we have like a outline and a structure that we go through. People are like, well, she's being professional. No, I'm like, yeah, I'm being professional, but it's because it's my business, right? If you go and you look at Joe Budden's podcast, it's Joe Budden. damn it, it's his name. He has two people on there. I think one of them is named Ari. I can't think of the other person's name.
It's random to find somebody else.
Oh no, not the State of the Culture, but he has an actual
Okay.
podcast where it's him and two other guys, and they just talk shit. Like they just sit there and they shoot the shit with each other, but they talk about different topics, and it's the same thing that I do on my podcast, but I think because like some people be like, can you cuss on here? Like, go right ahead. If that's what you feeling, that's what you feeling. Like, am I just gonna be on here every other second? It's a cuss word, no. But if it's what you're feeling, it's what you're feeling.
Yeah.
I recorded a podcast with some friends a week or so ago, and the podcast went left. Like we were discussing real grown up stuff, and I was just like, oh my God, no. We can't publish this on the site because this is no, I don't think this is, so like thinking about what your brand is, I think that makes you think about how and to what level you need to be professional, right? Do you think that?
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
Yeah, because like so when all this social media stuff first started, I was not on anything, and I did a internship, and I moved across the country, and my siblings were like, well, get on Facebook because we're on Facebook. And I got on Facebook to keep up with them. Then gradually over the years, I've become more social savvy, if you will. And when I learned about Snapchat, I learned about Snapchat. This is the crazy thing. I learned about Snapchat for my English class. So my students were like, Miss Miles, and this is when I was in Mississippi, they were like, Miss Miles, we be on Snapchat. So if you get a Snapchat and add us, we can ask you questions on there. And I said, sure. So that's how I got on Snapchat. So sometimes if you log on and you look me up, it's going to say Miles ELA or something like that, ASC Miles ELA, because I legit started my Snapchat page for the purposes of teaching, like helping my students with their fall packet, with their winter break packet. But after learning Snapchat, I realized, I was like, okay, so if I want to come on here and I want to say something crazy, or if I want to post something funny and crazy, I can post it on Snap because it's not going to be there long. And ain't nobody going to take no picture of it because they don't want you to know that they done screenshot your stuff. So you can post, not to say that I'm posting anything bad or I'm like some other person, but saying like sometimes when you're a professional, like how Ariel was speaking on, I'm going to let Ariel talk about it more in a second. Like when you're a professional, you don't want to like be sharing nude pics, and that's not what I share on Snapchat, but you don't want to be sharing like nude pics or like things with a whole bunch of cuss words on a site where people are there all the time, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Do you
that's exactly how I feel about it.
Do you have multiple social sites, and do you feel like you might be able to, like on Snapchat, are you able to like just like relax? So I feel like Snapchat, I can go there and relax. If I'm pissed off about something, I can go on there and rant real quick. It'll be gone in 24 hours. That's it.
Well, Snapchat, I'm just posting the like pictures, but on Snapchat, I'm the same way. Like, I'm the same way on Facebook. Majority Snapchat is jars. Like, I post majority jars, and like I do like the boomerangs of my customers when they have jars. Like a lot of people tell me it's easy to have business on social media because you don't post just anything. And majority on Snapchat is jars and music because I love music. So you'll just catch me posting jars or probably a picture of myself and me listening to music.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So what are the?
I wish I could put it down before, but I got some families in my phone. Snapchat too, and they just listening. I'd be like, no.
Okay. Yeah, I when I first got on Facebook, I can remember somebody pissed me off, and I was working at Coahoma County School District in Mississippi. Shout out to Coahoma County School District. I was working there, and so one of the principals was also a really close friend of mine, and she was my Facebook friend. And I can't remember what I posted. I don't think it was disrespectful, but it was like, Keela, you shouldn't post that because you a teacher. And I was like, what did it say? And I had to go back and read it again. I was like, okay, yeah, that's the shit. I can't, you know what? At that point, I was like, can't nobody be on my page that I work with. Nope. Can't do it. Can't nobody be on my page that I work with. Because when I moved to Texas, I knew people that had gotten written up or lost a job because of things that happened on Facebook or Snapchat because they were friends with people that they worked with. And I was like, oh, no, we cool. What's your Facebook, Akila? Oh, I ain't got them.
Oh, let's see that. That's me in a heartbeat. My coworkers, I was like, I have one. They find me eventually, and I just decline it. I'm like, no, I don't need y'all following me on no social media.
Yeah, because, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm still going to be professional, right? But I also, I had a little sister, shout out to Amber DeShannon Miles. That's who I'm talking about right now. Amber had this spell where she would get on Facebook and she's, like, really extra. And she would go live and just go ham on people if they had said something, did something, or whatever. And as the people would say, I'm like the peacemaker or whatever. So I get on there. I'm like, Shanna, cut that out. Don't do that on here. And it got to the point to where, where when she would start her live before she went off. And Keela, don't you get on here telling me to stop. Because see, if they didn't want me to go on them, they would have da. But I would tell her, like, hey, just like, first off, whatever it is, I just feel like how my mama raised me, if you got something to say to somebody, if y'all about that life, go get in each other's face. Whatever it is.
Yeah, don't do it on social media.
Yeah.
It makes it worse. It makes it so much worse. A lot of people watching, they're like, oh, let me see what she's going to say next. Let me see if she's going to say this back. You know, yeah. I used to be that person.
And that's what made me. That's what made you grow up. So
that made you grow up.
Were you ever on Facebook and you feel like you were unprofessional?
Well, I caught myself one time, and this was recent, and I had a customer on Snapchat. It was okay. For some reason, I think this opportunity for dudes to try to talk to me. So he told me, he was like, he wanted to start a check. I told him how he used to, place an order. I was like, okay, I require a deposit, that's in your jars or your pants, whatever. I was like, here's my number, some more updates. So he never texted me. So I was like, okay, I let it slide. And then the next day I posted some T-shirts again because I made some. And he said it again. So I was like, okay, I repeated the same thing again. So I was like, okay, I let it slide again. So a week later, I made some more cheesecakes I had ordered, and he commented again. So I was like, okay. And not only he commented at 9 o'clock at night, and I had made those cheesecakes like 3 hours before 9. So I'm like, okay, I'm guessing just looked at the snap, so that's fine. But I'm not getting up making those cheesecakes at 9 o'clock at night because I'm off for the day. So he was like, he wants cheesecakes. So I was like, okay, I have some more tomorrow. Text me what you want, and we can go from there. So he was like, no, I want it right now, and if I can't get it right now, I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine, but if you do want it, if you do want to order from me, you can, text me at this number. It's an easy reply because I don't be on social media all the time. And he was like, well, like I just said, if I don't want it now, I'm not going to get it. I was like, okay. And I just let it slide. So he texted back and was like, well, it's probably nasty anyway. So I just opened the message and didn't say anything back. So he texted back and was like, hello. So I just didn't say that. So I just eventually just stopped talking to him. So I made some text again and he commented on it. And he was like, I'd like to order. And I just blanked out. I'm done. So I put on Snap on Facebook and I was like, man, listen, if you are not going to order from me, don't text my phone. Don't text me at 9 o'clock at night. It's not a booty call hour. Like, I was just going off, and somebody that knows this retreat, and she was like, Ariel, this is not, you need to delete it. And I was like, you're right, that's not it. Because I was going on a whole rant about him. I was touching. I'm surprised you didn't see it. And I deleted it so bad. Because she was like, you need to delete it because it's not you. And I told her what happened. She was like, "Girl, he just like you." She like, "He don't know how to sing."
Do
like
you,
he trying to get the street to try to talk.
do you, so listening to your story, what popped into my head just now was that sometimes people make us feel like it's not all right to feel pissed off, to not like engage in that emotion, right? I don't like to engage in drama because I know my temper. So I do certain things not to engage in that, right? But I also believe that I applaud your customer for calling you and saying, hey, like, nah, that ain't you. But I also want to say I applaud you for like being vigilant and sticking up for yourself and saying like, nah, like this is not a booty call. Like this is not what this is, baby. I run a business and I need you to respect it. I think there is a fine line between thinking about where I may have to step out of character just a tad bit to address things that I need to happen, because I need to ensure that you understand that I'm running a business and that this is not something that I play with. And I think I told you the story of I was recording YouTube live. I was cooking, I called it Lazy Girl Shrimp Fried Rice. And just trying to let people into my life, let them see what's happening, because again, I'm building a brand around me. And I wanted them to see like that this is what I do every now and again. You might see me cooking, trying to try different things, doing different things or whatever. Just trying to build up that crowd, because what I think people don't realize is that that's how a lot of people get monetized on whatever site they're on. They get monetized by the viewership and the subscribers that they have, right? That's what brings in the money. That is what makes people, companies want to add ads on your things and different things like that. So this young lady joined one of my live, and she joined a live. We had to be like 15 minutes in. I was playing music in the background. It was very low. The people that were on the live had not said anything about the music prior to, and it was a new person. So I was excited just because it was a new person, and it was somebody that I did not know. So she was like, the music is too loud. And I was like, oh, so, I turned around. I said, y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't know the music was loud. Let me turn it. I said, you know what? I'm going to turn it off so y'all can hear me completely. I apologize. And other people jumped on. They were like, nah, we can hear you. So I said, okay, cool. So I'm talking, I'm cooking, I'm flipping the rice. And then she posts, ugh, and why is your hair down? You need to tie your hair back. So at that point, I was getting ready to snap all the way off. It was like snap, crackle, pop. I was getting ready to become a cloud and rain all over her. And I said, you know what? This is your business. This is your brand. But I need to address her. Because if I don't hurry up and nip her in the bud right now, she's going to be on here and she's going to be like one of those little hecklers saying something consistent in my stream. And I ain't got time for that shit. That's not what I want. So I can't remember what the lady's name was, but she looked like she might have been a Caucasian person. And I called her whatever her name was. And I said, ma'am, I appreciate you for joining my live. Thank you so much for coming. But I am cooking in my house and you can't tell me how to wear my hair. If you don't like how my hair is hanging, I would ask you to please exit left, and you don't have to like watch the rest of this live. You don't have to be on here, but you're not going to tell me how I need to wear my hair. So after that, she said nothing else. Like, she just shut up. And I feel like that's what you were doing a little bit with like what you did. Maybe I didn't see it, so I can't say if like you went too far, if you went too far out of character. But I feel like it's like a thin line that we tread as business professionals when thinking about like, oh, like this is my business, even though I might be on here making my mason jars, playing and cracking a joke. Somebody might get on here and say something out the way, and they might say it consistently. I need to nip that shit in the bud immediately, regardless of what my other customers feel or what anybody else feels. As a business owner, I need to nip in the bud whatever you're trying to do before you keep it going, before somebody else think they can do it too. And so I think your thing could have went both ways. Like if you had left it on there, because sometimes you have to let people know how you feel.
That's most definitely. And that's what I'm like, no, sir, this is not what you think it is. Like, that's a lot of ways, like, a lot of opportunities to try to talk to me. So they like to tell me, oh, I want to put number. And I'm like, okay, just place the order. This is my number. Because, you know, my number is my phone number that's on my card. Because it's easier to get in contact with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a lot of dudes from text me from like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. They're like, can I get a cheesecake? I'm like, at 5 in the morning? Like, those text messages, I just do not say anything back, like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, none. And I'm like, now I know what you're trying to do. You're really not trying to buy text for me.
Since you've been in business, have you been able to like help other people like build up their professionalism in any aspect as far as like their business, or who has helped you along the way to build up your professionalism?
Can you repeat that? It was kind of breaking up a little bit.
I'm sorry. Since you've been in the business, how have you built up your professionalism? Like who has helped you, or has there been someone that you have helped along the way as you've grown in being a professional to be more professional as well?
Well, my dad has put me a lot because he taught me, along these 74 years, he taught me what I should say, how I react. Well, I'm already naturally friendly, so that just came out, already. So it was really easy for me because I'm already friendly. So, but being professional, like not getting so irritated when people, not be professional for me. I had a lot of help with my dad for that, so shout out to him. Because he's like, you can't get mad about that. You can't go on social media and rant about it. So he has helped me a lot. And a lot of my friends that have been now, like I have a friend named Joelle. She's starting to see business, and I'm helping her be more professional. Because every time she have a customer, like, do something to make her upset, I'm like, okay, look, this is what you're supposed to say. And I'll type it to her, and I'll send it to her in her notes. And I'm like, okay, copy and paste it and send it. Because now you're about to put her out and tell her how you feel about her, and you're going to lose her.
Yeah.
So it's a way you have to talk to them. And she has a real aggressive voice, but she's not aggressive. She's really, really sweet. So, like, you have to just get to know her first. But it just has her tone in it. So I'm like, maybe she thinks you're being mean because how you talking right now. And she's like, no, I'm being sexual. And I'm like, no, it's how you talk. I'm like, try to talk, a little more sweet. Like, so people think, you're sweet. So I try to help my friends a lot. I just to help them out.
That's awesome. That's a good friend. I immediately smile when I answer the phone, like if I'm doing business, because I feel like the smile helps to ease the conversation. It helps to guide the conversation. So if I'm smiling, you can feel the smile. Like, I'm smiling now. You hear like enjoyment in my voice versus me just talking and being like, well, that sounds nice, Ariel. You get what I'm saying? Like, it goes from
like it sounds real dry.
Yeah.
You make me feel like if you would be I'm like, I thought her we should get a little more easy.
Exactly. And I have another friend in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to Keisha's Kitchen. Keisha the other day she was running a sale. She was running a sale for her food. She was selling plates. And she'll cook a meal that's a specific plated meal. Like, she had turkey legs that day. Turkey legs, cabbage, mashed potatoes, green beans or something like that. Maybe that may have been the food that was on there. And then she made her entire menu. So whatever was on her menu, if you wanted chicken wings, Philly cheesesteak, whatever it is, she still made that. But it was until 5:00. And she and I were on her personal line, and it was like it was 4:58, and she was like, "Bet not nobody call," because as soon as 5:00 hit, she was like, "I'm not playing with them, Keela. I'm not gonna do it today," because, like, you know how people call right after you close, and they like, "Can I please just get whatever?" And she answered them. Somebody called at like exact 5:01. It was like, she said, Keisha's Kitchen. And like, she didn't let them get anything out. She was like, Keisha's Kitchen is after 5:00. We're closed. If you want to get a turkey leg plate, you can get that. But I'm not cooking anything else because the grills are shut down. And she like said it so fast. And I said, Keisha, you said it so fast, and like your voice was so stern, it sounded like you was pissed off. And she said exactly what you said. She was like, nah, I'm not mad, I'm just saying, like, I'm closed, I'm not gonna reopen, but you want this turkey leg plate, you can get it.
Yeah. It's just the way you say things, you can come out very, very rude. Like, per se, like, from today, since now we're doing quarantine and stuff like that, and, we cannot go in the bank right now. So we have to set appointments up to go inside the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my mom and dad, we all went together because we wanted to go find us something to eat, because we always out on Cape Cross, and we thought, let's go to this, place to go get something to eat and bring it back home. So we was on the way there, so we got there, and you cannot